Hello and welcome to Physics 1. My name's Caroline Ferguson and I'm the course instructor for this course. I just wanted to give you a brief tour of the course. I'm going to start with the course outline here. Okay, so I'm in the Canvas course. I'm clicking on the course outline link. And here it is. So of course you can go through this outline on your own time and I highly recommend that, but I just wanted to show you some of the most important pieces of information here. Okay, so as you should know, your lectures run on Wednesdays and Fridays from 2:10 till 3:30 p.m. and they are all online. All right, your classes start next week, January 19th. So the first class is on the Wednesday, so that would be, January 19th. And they go all the way until April 14th. And then your final exam period is after that, April 16th to 27th. All right, so here's my email address. So if you want to contact me, please contact me here because this is the email that I get. I have more access to. You also have a TA that you can connect with. So this is your tutorial TA, Khaled. And these are the tutorial times, so you should be able to look at your own schedule on my campus. Now there are 2 different weeks. Week 1 has been classified as January 26th, February 9th, March 2nd, March 16th, 30th, and April 13th. And week 2 are these other weeks, okay? So week 1 and 2 are alternating weeks. So some people have their tutorials on Wednesdays from 9:40 to 11 on week 1. Some have their tutorial on Wednesdays from 12:40 till 2 on week 2. And some people have Thursdays from 12:40 till 2 on week 1. And then another group on Thursdays the same time, but week 2. All right, so you can read through the course description and the learning outcomes on your own. So now I'd like to take a moment to talk about the course design. All right, so as you know, you have lectures on Wednesdays and on Fridays. Okay, your Wednesday lecture will be always used for you to complete a test. Okay, so starting Wednesday, January 19th, you will have a bonus test. Every following Wednesday will be a regular test. Okay, there will be 11 tests in total plus the bonus. So on Wednesday, you'll be writing a test. After your test on Wednesday and before your lecture on Friday, you'll be expected to complete a lecture which is pre-recorded. Okay, so that's called asynchronous. So it's not synchronous. Synchronous means live. So it's not a live lecture, it's a pre-recorded lecture. So you'll be completing those on your own at some point between your Wednesday test that you've written and your Friday lecture. Okay, so any point after your Wednesday test, but before your Friday lecture. So you have almost 2 days to complete that and do the associated homework with that. Then on Friday, you will have a synchronous lecture. Okay, synchronous meaning live. So on Friday, you'll have a live lecture. So we'll be online together in a Google Meet and we'll be completing the lecture together. Okay, then you'll have the whole weekend and Monday and Tuesday to study for the upcoming test that you will have on the following Wednesday. All right. So that's how the course is designed. There's also going to be a tutorial. Now, during the tutorial, this is an opportunity for you to ask your TA, Khaled, any questions that you might have. There won't be any marks associated with attending tutorial. The tutorials are optional. With regards to labs, something that's very important is if you have already completed labs for this course, if you've taken this course in the past, you have the opportunity to carry forward your lab grade. And so you can click here and it tells you how to do that. But it has to be completed within 2 weeks of the course start date. So you can't come to me at the end of the course and ask me if you can carry forward your course grade, your course lab grade. It won't be possible. This is something that you need to complete on your own. Okay, and it has to be done within 2 weeks of your course start dates. So keep that in mind. If you already have a grade for labs that you're happy with, you can do that and then you won't have to redo all your labs. Okay, another important thing is that for labs, you have to get at least 50% in the labs in order to pass the course. So even if you technically would have passed the course without passing the lab component, you still won't receive a passing grade. Okay, so that's really important. Okay, here are all the topics that we're going to cover. Here's the name of the textbook. It's the same textbook that you would have seen if you've done this course before. It's the same textbook you would use for Physics 2 if you were taking that course. Okay, and then we can take a look at the grade distribution for the course. So there's labs in the course. 20% of your grade is going to be attributed to your lab mark. Everybody's going to be writing a test this coming Wednesday, and that test is a bonus test. So you'll have an additional 2% bonus if you complete this test. Everyone's expected to do it. It's going to be based off of the syllabus. So what we're going through right now, the course outline, all this content, some of it will be tested on that test, but the main purpose for this bonus test is to get you familiar with the testing process, okay? And we'll take a look at that shortly. As long as you complete the test properly, you'll get full marks even if you make a mistake on the test. If one of your answers is not correct, it's fine. You'll still get full marks on that as long as you complete the process correctly. All right. And then, as I mentioned, every Wednesday following next week, you'll have a test. And those tests will contribute to 50% of your mark. Okay, so there will be 11 tests, but we're going to drop the lowest 2 tests. So if for any reason you have to miss a test, you'll get a 0, but that test will get dropped. Or if you just don't do so well on a test or 2, the lowest 2 marks will get dropped. Okay, so your highest 9 test scores will be kept, and they will count for 50% of your final grade, and that leaves your final exam as 30% at the end of the year. Okay, all right, so you can read through the rest of the course outline here. And then I'm going to go back into Canvas and take a look at some of these other tabs that are in the first section here. So in the course information section, we have the course outline, which is what we just looked at. The next thing is the weekly test procedure. And so this is what I want you to take a look at before you complete your bonus test. It talks about what is happening every week. What is the procedure? So every Wednesday during your lecture time, which is from 2:10 till 3:30, you're going to be completing a test. If you have any difficulties while you're writing your test, whether they're technical issues or if there's just some specific questions about the test itself, you're going to have to close Respondus, click on the link below, and your TA, Khaled, will be there to help you. Okay, this is the link right here. Okay, so you have to be logged into your Ontario Tech account to get into this room. So make sure you're logged into your Ontario Tech account when you go to this link. After you completed your steps in Canvas, submit it, close down Respondus, grab a cell phone or a camera, take a photo of all the solutions you were asked to include. Don't take photos of any questions that did not ask you to take photos of. Your final answer and your solutions have to match the final answer that you entered in Canvas. Email all the photos of yourself, copy and paste all the photos in order into a single Word document, ensure that all the images are upright, not sideways, and that your solutions are clear, organized, easy to read. Then save that Word document on your computer, upload the Word document into the Test Solutions Dropbox in Canvas. When you're done, I want you to go back to this link here. Again, you have to be logged into your Ontario Tech account to enter that room. And you'll see your TA is there. And when you go in there, you just want to, your TA is going to confirm that your submission was completed properly. Okay, so that's a really important step because sometimes people submit things and it doesn't actually go through into the system. So the TA will be there to confirm that it did go through. Once that's done, you're all finished. All right. This next tab you can click on, it gives you some information about Respondus Lockdown Browser and Respondus Monitor, what it does, and also how to access it. So if you don't have it yet, then you can click on this link to access it. If you do have it, you want to make sure you have the most updated version, and this goes over how to do that. Okay? When you are writing your test, make sure you're in a good testing environment. So please read through these helpful tips. Okay, and go through all of this. When you're ready to write a test, make sure you're following these prompts to make sure you have the best opportunity for success with regards to the Respondus program. Okay, the next tab is the formula sheet that will be provided to you on the exam. So if you click on this, you'll see exactly what you will see on all of your tests and your exams. The next tab is I often find students are using calculators that are not usually very helpful, and so I wanted to recommend a couple calculators. So if you click on this tab, you'll see a couple models. These are the ones that are my favorites. Of course, you can use the calculator that works best for you, but please don't use a calculator on your phone. They don't work very well anyways for this course. All right, another point I wanted to mention is that if you have any questions about the course, I'd like you to post them here unless they are personal questions, okay? So if you have personal questions, feel free to email myself or the TA, Khaled. But if you have general discussion questions about the course, click here and ask your questions here for everybody to be able to see. Okay, so I've already noticed that some people have already started to ask and answer questions, which is awesome. All right. Every time we have a new unit, you'll see that each unit will have a discussion post there. So week 1 discussion, any questions that are related to week 1, please go into week 1 and ask your questions there. Rather than asking individual questions to myself or to Khaled, the TA, it would be a lot more helpful if you posted them there so that other people can see your questions, other people could ask them or answer them, could benefit from these questions, okay? And then that helps us from having to answer the same question over and over again to different students. Okay, so please use the discussion posts when you have any questions. Of course, if you have any personal questions, just email me directly. Okay, this is where you're going to go on Wednesday, January 19th at 2:10 when you're ready to start your bonus test. So you would click on this, complete the bonus test. Okay? All right, you'll notice that all of the content in the course information module and week 1 is already available to you, so you can see this content now. Your tests, of course, are not open, so you wouldn't be able to start them, but they are available for you to see that they exist. For future weeks, you'll notice that all of these modules become available right after you finish writing your test. So tests run on Wednesdays from 2:10 till 3:30. At 3:30, that's when the following week's module will become available, okay? All right, so that's all the information I wanted to show you right now. I hope that you enjoyed the tour of this course and that it helps you get started with everything. Please feel free to contact me anytime, and thanks so much for watching. See you soon.